Okay, I'm in my garage where the vandalizing neighbors, jackasses, came in and just went through all of our stuff. We have the garage set up in rooms. You see these stacks of boxes to divide off each room or area like a room. As you see, this one was my living room area, and it had 2 garment racks for clothing and then 2 garment racks with my coats. That's the one with my coats that's all broken. These people, and then a lot of the clothes were in storage bags. Let me go find the storage bags. Now I do, or was doing, television, public educational TV and television programs. But this is what my garment bags look like. They ripped all the garment bags apart, even the real expensive ones. Threw all my clothes all over the ground, stepped all over them, walked all over them. There were boot prints and you name it all over. Most of my stuff is expensive designer clothes because I worked in television. And because of the nature, we were doing everything from news to WYDK Live is a program where we shoot live performances from the top musicians and entertainers and interview them. So at any given time, I might get a short notice, literally the same day sometimes, that so-and-so is going to be in town. They want to do an interview with you, whatever the case may be. And I got to dress the part. So I've got clothes all the way from being able to go to something like a Grammys or Emmys and I often knew the producers and people producing these types of productions, to a recording studio, backstage somewhere, whatever the case, I needed clothes. And there's no time to run out and go shopping. And what's more, my body's type, I have a very small waist. If I weigh 2 pounds, a half a pound or at least 1 pound is going to be butt and legs. So we don't find clothes in normal stores and things. So most of my clothes have been custom fitted to my body, or were designer made either by myself or designers who wanted me to wear their stuff specifically to fit my body. I've got curves. Even when I'm skinny as a toothpick, I still have curves. But this is just one example of many. Now, these items have been washed. I've done over and then a lot of this stuff has to be dry cleaned and can't be washed. It has cost a small fortune and I'm still not done. These are waiting to be hung up because also they broke all the hangers. But most of the clothing that didn't require being hung up were in garment bags. I had cases and cases of garment bags where they're all sucked down nice and neat, divided by whatever they were, summer, winter, fall, no sleeves, short sleeves, whatever. And they shredded all the garment bags. And those are clean cuts. And they shredded all the what do you call those? The storage, the suck down storage bags. They shredded all the garment bags. So right now I have trash bags on my coats, my nice ones. And I've got to order more. I had to buy more hangers because they broke the hangers. When they snatched them down, the whole top parts of the plastic hangers just broke. So I've had to go back and buy them. But this in and of itself has been 3 months and I'm still nowhere near finished cleaning up the mess. And this is just one section of the garage. You can see my couches. Underneath here is my beautiful Japanese coffee table from my apartment. My piano's over there in the corner. My underneath all that stuff is my rosewood formal dining table. All my real nice furniture and stuff is buried underneath the clothing because everything was just taken out and thrown out. And it's not just this section. They did it with the kitchenwares. They did it with all our office stuff, each section. So it has been a tremendous job just trying to clean up. And then some things were damaged beyond repair and being cleaned up. We couldn't get the stains and some things were torn. For what? Like this is what was one of my favorite sweaters. And it's just been cut with a knife, cut all up. And I have lots of pieces like that that were just cut up. All because they are upset that we purchased a piece of property. They decided they wanted entitled, racist white males and the Navy. And even some of the local law enforcement is involved. They're in so deep with so much criminal behavior in this town, it's ridiculous. And the thing is, when one person gives it up, everybody's shit's going to be out there. Pardon my mouth, I'm sorry. But just they've violated so many hundreds of thousands of laws, federal level. This is a hate crime. This is not just trespassing. This is not just breaking and entering. This is a hate crime. I've been called everything out of my name by these same people racially and everything else, minding my own business on my own property. But as I'm cleaning this up, I wanted to stop because this is nice and neat compared to what it looked like when I first came in here. All I could do is cry. I'm serious. I'm getting choked up now, even talking about it, seeing everything just destroyed, everything, a lifetime's worth of work and achievements. And, so, excuse me. But I'm making a lot of headway. I'm getting the stuff hung back up. I bought 2 new garment racks that I'm going to put across here where the original ones were. They're Rubbermaid ones that you zip shut. But I have to get I'm waiting for the garment backs because things like my mohair and my real expensive stuff have to be sealed or it'll be destroyed. But I wanted to show an example of one of the many horrendous things that I've had to endure being here in Fallon, Nevada, with the just racist, evil, nasty locals. And I still have at least 20 more, if not somewhere between, 20 more that I can wash here. And then I've got to do at least 10 loads with the really big washers because they did our blankets and pillows and all of our other stuff too. And things like coats and things that can be washed. I have to take those to the laundromat because they just won't fit in my machine. But here on premises, I've got I'll round it off and say about 30 more machine loads to do, to wash and dry and hang up. And again, I'm using kitchen trash bags right now to cover them and seal top and bottom until I can replace the garment bags. And some of the stuff I am giving away, not a lot of it because I'm still going to, as long as I live and breathe, I'm going to still do educational programs and things. And I don't want to have to buy a new wardrobe. I have a fabulous wardrobe. It doesn't look like it right now, but I have a beautiful wardrobe that fits my body, and that makes all the difference in the world. So there's very little else that I would want. Being here out in the country, because I didn't wear pants until I moved here, but I'm on a ranch. So I had to get jeans and pants and add stuff like that to my wardrobe. And work clothes. None of this stuff. This kind of stuff, you can't do no form of work in. This is all show stuff. Stuff that you wear at a hoity-toity fancy events. And you get dressed nice and look pretty in for the camera. The majority of the stuff that's in here right now. But gowns and dresses and just, it's appalling. Again, most of this stuff is designer wardrobe and wear. But I've had to buy a lot of just cheap stuff. I even get it for the local thrift store, cheapy stuff that doesn't have any, it's avalanche. But this is my good stuff that they tried to destroy. And, but cheapy stuff that if it gets destroyed while I'm outside cleaning animal pens or messing with animals or whatever the case may be, who cares? I paid $1 or $2 for it. And that's usually the case. It gets destroyed in no time flat out here. And then it goes in the trash. Or cut up into rags. Or I try to recycle and repurpose as much as I can, in many rounds as I can. But I just wanted you guys to see the psychological abuse, the emotional abuse, the physical abuse that I've had to endure since I moved here to Fallon. There is no legal anything. And I have no idea to what's been stolen because it's such a huge mess. I'm making notes of the things I can't find as I go along. But there's so much everywhere, just thrown everywhere. Because we bought everything, almost everything. We only left one storage unit in California because they started it before we bought the last one. But we're talking about 3 businesses, our nonprofit, my personal belongings and things, as well as all the stuff from WYDK is stored in this garage. We emptied 3 10 by 20 storage units, and the 4th one we're still paying on, which we shouldn't have to be at $250 or something like that a month when we've got all this space. But I dare not bring that stuff here because of look at what they're doing to the stuff that's already here. They wait till I leave the premises and they break in. And I've tried to file sheriff's reports and stuff with them, and they go, well, when you know what's missing, then call us and file a report. That's bullshit. That's breaking and entry. That's vandalism. It's destruction of property. A lot of things were just, see that dress over there all cut up? Were just destroyed for no good reason. But they wouldn't take a report because it's all this good old boy stuff, and they're all in this shit together. Not all of them, but a good amount of them. And that's why I've been filing with the federal agencies about all this stupid shit going on, because no one has a right to treat another human being the way I've been treated since day one, since I got here in this damn town. And I won't say it that way because the people in the town are some of the nicest, sweetest people you ever want to meet. It's the jackasses that live around me. They're the founding families of the town. They think they can do whatever they want with no consequences to their actions. And judging by the way local law enforcement and the local judicial system and governing bodies have either played along with them or just took a look in the other direction of all the shit that's been going on, I can see why they have that attitude. So don't be surprised if you hear every freaking agency, everything in this town getting sued the shit out of for all this mess, because everyone who's had any part, even the smallest part in all this mess that's been going on since we got here, they're going to be prosecuted. They absolutely will be prosecuted. But I want you to see some of the stuff that I've had to endure and deal with. And excuse me, my voice is breaking because it's hard for me to look at this and not get choked up and upset. There's just no excuse. No excuse for this kind of mess. And from the car accident, I have injured my back. So this puts such a strain on my back and body to have to keep repairing and fixing and undoing the damage that these evil beasts are doing who have no right on my property, let alone touching anything that belongs to me and breaking and entering into our areas. And you can see my couches right here. All my furniture, because I'd come in here and sit. There's no place in my trailer for all my things from my apartment and my home. So I had all the rooms set up, office, huge kitchen area, huge living room area, music area, my dining table, because we were putting a house on the property. And so it was just temporary. So I would just come and be in this area when I needed to stretch my legs or be able to be. None of this stuff was all out like this. It was all packaged and packed nice and neat, and it would have never been unpacked here at this location unless I needed something for that particular event or day or whatever the case may be. But I want you to see in detail, I'm going to be showing you, because see, they think, and they are greatly mistaken, that I'll be too embarrassed by how they've totally trashed and tore up my home and my businesses and destroyed my property, that I won't go public with it. And they are greatly mistaken. I'm going to show the whole flippin' world just how nasty and evil and ugly these beasts are. And I'm going to prosecute their asses to the full extent of every law available. They are not getting away with the shit.